Logical Zay. It's always more than one way to think about anything. King and queens, I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself, man. We got a video by Culture Guy. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel, but before you subscribe to his, make sure you subscribe to mine. Remember, a slow grind is better than no grind. Pop your ish in the comment section. I will be checking. Keep it respectful. No disrespecting. Jayda Wayda says she had to cut off her 304 friends. Let's get to this video, man. I'm interested in this one.
Yo, what's good, Culture Gang? It's your boy, Kai the God, and we got Jayda Wayda going viral for some of the most real-ish she's ever said.
Energy is so real. What you watch and what you pour into is who you are.
For sure.
And you know, I was one of those people that was like, you know that quote, you are who you hang around, birds of a feather flock together? Mm-hmm. I used to be like, no. Because I had some real hoe friends, like hoes. And it started dawning on me when people were like coming at me a certain way, like guys coming at me a certain way, and like certain caliber men were like trying to, the way they were talking to me or they would see me out.
They're going to view you the same way they look at your friends. They don't see any difference. Even if you're the quiet one in them. Now, granted, I'm the type where if I see the quiet one and I see a group of friends and all of them loud and there's one quiet one, that right there, that mystique, the mysteriousness of you is going to make me be more intrigued to want to aim my energy towards you because, okay, dang, she, not that she's stiff and look bored, but it's like, okay, she chilling. She, you know what I'm saying? She kind of keeping it more classy. So that might spark a little bit more of an interest. But it's all about your intentions and what you're going for at the same time. But for the most part, if dudes know for a fact that your friend slept with this dude and your other friend slept with this guy and they just known for sleeping around, for the most part, they're not going to look at you any different. They going to think you the same. Because they can't tell just based off looking at you. They like, oh, that's the friend group that be getting around. So she probably get around too. I mean, unfortunately, the world is like that. But say, for instance, you hanging around business, bossed up people, they all married or they all in relationships or they all are just in a space of just being to themselves and being respectful, just carrying themselves with respect overall. Forget a relationship. Those women right there got class. They carry themselves different. They not talking crazy. They not dressing trashy. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a thing for sure. Who you are, who you hang around is definitely a reflection of you, for sure.
They would present themselves. And it's like, hold up, bitch. You must think I'm on what she on. And absolutely they do, because it's like, you ain't about to just be kumbaya hanging with nobody that's on that and you not on that. Like, be for real. So I started paying attention to like who you keep in close proximity, because that also alters who you are and how you live. So you got to be careful. And
I could tell a chick who's genuinely trying to level up in life versus a 304 trying to pull a fast one. So Jayda Wayda jumps on to say that she had to cut off her 304 friends, her promiscuous friends, because other men was starting to think that she was a 304, that she was an easy chick.
And then also too, I believe in, it's always going to be a clash, because say, especially for the women that like to speak their mind and call their friends out and hold their friends accountable. If you got 2, 3, 4 friends and they all on some girl, we about to go F these niggas. We about to go do it. We about to go get this money out these dudes. We about to go da 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 da. And you like, why don't we just try to get our own bread? Why don't y'all try to do for y'all? You know, you got that one friend that's calling all the other friends out. They probably gonna gang up on you. And now you're going to be the oddball in the friend group, and then it's just not going to work. So it's just one of those things where you're going to be placed in a situation to where you're going to have to remove yourself from them friends, because they going to want to stay where they at, and you're going to want to elevate, and then you're going to keep calling them out like, yeah, I rock with y'all, but I don't rock with y'all behavior. It's just never going to work.
That little tidbit from Jayda Wayda
it's never going to work with people that don't want to grow. Let me correct that.
Makes me think, you know, what did Lil Baby do to fumble this chick? So you're telling me that this chick is insta bad and she has a little bit of wisdom to her? Because unlike chicks like India Love, Jayda Wayda takes accountability for her perception, right? So instead of making any real tangible changes to your environment to say that I want to change my behavior, I want to change how I'm being perceived, no, India Love, she jumps on to do this big spiritual song and dance, right? So she can continue to not take accountability for the lifestyle that she's living.
I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in my teenage phase. I went through a lot in my 20s. I made a lot of mistakes, and there was a lot of people who drugged me through the dirt for it. And I believed it for a long time. I wasn't nice to myself because of what others said about me until I knew who I really was and whose I really was, which is yours, Lord. Now nobody can shake how I feel about myself. Nobody can change how I feel about myself. Nobody can change how I view myself.
With India Love and
See, this is the thing that I believe that a lot of y'all need to stop doing. Stop getting on camera. Stop crying. Stop praying on camera. All that right there, I think is more of a personal thing. That's something that should be done behind closed doors, because this internet is one of those, and I respect people being vulnerable like that. I necessarily don't have any feelings. I don't have any ill will towards it. It don't make or break me. It does nothing for me. But if you want to save yourself the embarrassment or just getting drugged through the mud, because the internet is going to do that. Especially if you got a crazy past. If your past is, you got one of them. I don't want to be disrespectful, but y'all know what I'm saying. If you've been attached to for women, if you've been attached to a bunch of different guys, and then you come crying wolfy on the internet, trying to be holier than thou, and then you renege from that, you go back to the other lifestyle, it just looked like you being a hypocrite. Versus just keeping all of that to yourself, working on yourself, and letting people see that when they on camera with you. Now, when you interact with dudes, they like, oh, dang, she done swapped up her whole little move. She don't even, she looked like she carried herself with more respect and dignity. Now she not moving so loosely. Now she just not flirting and overly flirtatious with every guy she on camera with. Which is why I think the King 6'8" situation happened, because she probably like, man, I'm not trying to be clipped up. I'm not trying to be another woman, you know what I'm saying, getting put out there for flirting with this guy. So it's just, man, y'all know how it go. But coming on camera, praying, doing the whole religious thing, to each his own.
many women like her, even when you hear that prayer, it's a lack of accountability. And this is only a thing that women could do, right?
That's true.
She chalks up her past.
She definitely said because of how people viewed me versus saying because of my behavior. I'm sorry to keep cutting it, but I got to interject when I have a thought. See, for the most part, holding yourself accountable is where the problem is going to start to be able to be helped, because you have to acknowledge something in order for you to correct and check it. So if she was praying and she was like, I made a lot of mistakes, I want to work on myself, I made, errors and mistakes where people have judged me based off of it. Like, just more so hold yourself accountable versus saying people are bashing you and dragging your name in the mud and all that stuff. It's just like, well, how it looks to the eye. I mean, it looks crazy because you very so often have different men that you're with and you're taking pictures with and you're mooching with and you're kissing and you're putting your booty. It just looks wild. So you're creating people to have an opinion.
And all the trauma she's accumulated, not as that she's going for the wrong men because she was seeking the wrong thing. She says that people took advantage of her, manipulated her. She's like a baby, like she's fucking stupid. She takes no accountability. You can listen to her, not one accountability. Oh, I allowed myself. Shorty, you was getting finger popped in a park. Like, stop playing. Bro, if you've been showing off jets, designer bags, athletes, all type of shit you've been with, you ain't had no, this is why you got to watch out for women in 2024, because these bitches read one book and all of a sudden Allah or God done told them to go sue you for like sex trafficking. Shorty was with it.
Right. And another hip hop chick, you know, maybe one of the biggest superstars we got in the game, she has that same kind of problem where she can't identify what the issue is, you know, and that's why, again, I have to give Jayda Wayda her credit because she seems to be head and shoulders above these other rapper chicks because they never reflect on why do I attract so many ain't shit men? Why do I go from Offset, who is cheating on me and doing me dirty, then I go to Stephon Diggs, who I claim is a better man, but he ends up doing me worse, right? And the reason is because Cardi B doesn't have any awareness skills. She doesn't have any self-awareness. So y'all, drop what y'all think in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
Just let's be honest. You got 3 kids. I'm not saying you're washed, but you got 3 kids for this man. You've been building a life with him for a long time. If you think another nigga that's gonna be, first of all, women usually date up in status. If you think you're gonna find a guy more successful that's a rapper, current rapper, a guy more successful than Offset, that's gonna slide in and basically pick up the controller on that NBA 2K25, my player save game. So is gonna come and with you. They're gonna on you. But for the most part, I think it'll be very difficult to find a guy that is way more lit than this guy, that doesn't come with a whole bunch of baggage, that's taking you serious, that's also going to want to build a family with you. You're on the hit list for everybody who just wants to get a one-up on Offset. So all his ops, all the people jealous of him. And also you're on the hit list of that just want to use you for clout. I still think they're going to stay together. And this is one of those things, they bring us into their drama and they have a who could embarrass who more contest, but then they're still going to stay together. So I still think.
Dangerous. Hey, listen, dangerous game, man. I am not going to lie. That's cold work, but that's facts though. You got so many dudes who just waiting their turn. They waiting for the opportunity to get with the chick that you were with. In which I never understood Cardi B's situation, because to go from saying that he cheats and does all of this extra stuff and then go to Stephon Diggs, who was doing it in front of your face, I don't know. I just feel like that was pedaling backwards.
They're going to stay together, but both of them exposing each other like this is crazy. At the end of the day, I still don't believe that these two will ever be separated.
I like to see what the chicks actually do, not what they say, right? Because I think India Love, again, is the perfect chick to demonstrate this, to say that there's some chicks who want to change their image. You know, they know they're not in the best place when it comes to their image, right? But then they won't do anything about it. They'll make videos crying about it.
I made a lot of mistakes, a lot. And I know they're still out there in the world. And that does not make me uncomfortable at all, because I know who I am and I know why. Not even why, because it's not that I don't know why, but I know that God allowed that to happen. And that was a part of my life and story. And he knew what I was going to do before I did it. And he knows me through and through. And it's not for a mistake. It's all for learning and to show and tell, you know, girls and people that, you know, look up or is valuable.
The music in the back is throwing me off. We're gonna stop it right here. I want to say one last thing before I end this video. Men and women, there's nothing wrong with you dating who you want to date. It's nothing wrong if you want to go and date 100 people. That is your own personal life choices that you choose to do, and you have full control of that. Nobody can judge you off that. But guess what? Once you put it on the internet, you cannot get mad if somebody creates a narrative or creates a story behind your timeline of the people that you have come in contact with, because you want to post cute little date pictures and you want to post you kissing them and you want to look like a couple and all this other stuff. So now it looks like you're jumping from man to man, woman to woman. Every other month, every other year, you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. How about you just keep it off the internet? That's it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevate to be here to hate. We bleed and spread love, not hate. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. Come on.